Hello.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Racing Line inaugural Formula One quiz. This is going to be a bit of a grudge match going on here. There's a bit of narc going on from the last time he did a quiz, let me tell you people. It's a quiz devised by myself, the Quizmaster General, or as people want to call me, Michael Massey. Call me what you want. I'm the race steward. My word is final. Tonight's quiz is all about Formula One. So without further ado, let me introduce you to your contenders this evening. It's both of the admins of the group, and I'm sure you recognise them both. And I'll start with my good friend and next door neighbour, Andy, Lando fanboy, Sheba. Good evening, Andy, and how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm gearing up for this. Last time I did a quiz with Paul on the Armchair Pundits, there was 1 point in it. Still massively bitter about that one. But there's some politics. There's some politics going on in that one. But
Yeah,
let's get this one going.
Let me just set your mind at ease, Andy. Please don't let the fact that your opponent there has promised to buy me next year's Ferrari top, should he win. It just has no bearing on this quiz whatsoever.
Did he build you a bar?
Listen, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Right, anyway, your opponent in the opposite corner, representing McLaren again, as Andy is, we have got Paul, Don't Diss Hamilton, Holmes. Good evening, Paul. How are you today?
Love that nickname. What a nickname. Love that.
Evening. Looking forward to it. I think hopefully next door neighbour rivalry or answers have not been passed over the fence.
No, we're just pointing to the gate. No, nothing like that. Again, I will say to you, I'm totally impartial. Please don't let the fact that Andy's promised to mow me grass for the next 2 years have any swing on this. Really hasn't, guys. It's totally neutral. Totally. I'm not
just re-sign my contract for the next 2 years. Just re-sign.
So desperate to win this, isn't he?
I mean, Paul, you've got it all to cling on to. There was a lot of controversy last time on the tap page. Andy's not let it go. Andy's not let it go. He hasn't let it go.
Wow.
So I'll quickly go through the concept for you guys. I've told the guys what's happening. We've got 5 rounds for these guys. Previous to the show, they both picked a specialist subject, which I'll explain later on. Other than that, they've got rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 quick fire rounds, which they will be allowed a maximum of 5 seconds to answer. Please do not comment the answers if you're watching. Play along at home, get your pen and paper ready, but do not answer. And if there's a tie break, I have a tiebreaker question ready. Let's see how these boys know you can answer. Without further ado, I'm going to get into it. And the way we're going to get into this, they've got an option of A questions or B questions. Simplest way to decide this will be a coin flip. Now, you all can't see this, but you can all hopefully see this. Can you? Maybe.
Can't see a thing.
Can't even see that, can you? Fair enough. I won't cheat you. Who wants to call it? Heads or tails? For who goes first?
Page before beauty.
Oh, cheers, man.
It's flipping now.
I choose tails never fails.
Oh, in this instance, it does. It's heads. So, Andy, you get the option. Do you want to go questions A and go first, or questions B and go second? That's not worth a point, by the way. You can answer that one.
Yeah. I'll go first this time. I was just trying to figure out what happened last time.
So you are going.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll go first.
A for Andy. Why not? Why not? Okay. So if we're all ready, then, guys.
Okay.
Let's have it.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1 question each. Round 1 is all about numbers.
Oh.
Okay. Numbers. So, Andy, legend of the racing, Fangio, back in the 50s. He won his last World Championships when he was how old? 44, 45 or 46?
A40. Was it A44?
40, yeah, A44, B45, or
44.
C46. How old was it?
44.
44? Is that going to be your final answer?
That's final answer.
Wrong.
Oh.
Not passing over, Paul, but do you know it anyway? You've got
46.
2 now.
46.
He was 46. 46.
Bonus point.
Okay, no, there's no bonus points. There's no passing over. None of that tonight. Not on my watch. Get back to the pit and have a pit change. Have a tyre change. Go on. Right. Your first question, Paul.
I'm well nervous.
So, the youngest world champion is Sebastian Vettel.
Say again.
The youngest world champion is Sebastian Vettel. 23 years and how many days? Was it 134 days, 144 days, or 154 days?
I'll go with 144 days.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's 134 days.
Oh!
Lewis Hamilton, I believe, was 300 days. Andy, would you have got that one?
Don't know, you didn't ask me.
Yeah, you nodded. You nodded as if you knew it. Smart ass.
I did, yeah, I thought that was.
Okay. Question number 2. Andy.
Yeah.
Pirelli are the current tyre manufacturer for Formula One. But in what year did they take sole control of tyre manufacturing? Was it 2009, 2010, or 2011?
Trying to think of when the US, that debacle in the US was. So just tell me the years again. Sorry.
2009, 2010, or 2011?
I want to say 2009 because I believe the Bridgestone Firestone thing was like 2003-4. So I think that's around about the time. So yeah, I'm going to go with 2009. No.
Incorrect. Paul?
Yeah,
2010.
Oh, 2011.
Oh, there we go.
Both wrong.
Good start.
Okay. It's a very good start, this. It's 0-0.
Yeah,
it's
great.
easy for me. I don't need to keep score a minute. Don't worry. You'll get there eventually, boys. Right. Okay. So following on from that, Paul, how many different tyre manufacturers have there been in the history of Formula One? 7, 8, or 9?
I'd go with 7. Final answer.
Final answer 7. It's wrong.
Oh!
I've got Bridgestone, Pirelli,
Yeah.
Michelin, Firestone.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be my thing here. The answer is actually 8. No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
No
mate.
points. No points for this. No points for this. Name them. Go for it. Name them.
Name
them.
What are we naming them between ourselves or naming them?
Yeah,
so just
name them between yourselves. Name them between yourselves.
Well,
No
we've got
points.
4. So Bridgestone, Michelin, Pirelli, Firestone.
Michelin, correct. Pirelli,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously. Firestone, correct. Yeah.
Oh my word! There's another 4.
One of them you'll
Dunlop.
probably never get in the
Dunlop.
memory, man. Dunlop.
Oh yeah,
great
Dunlop.
answer.
Yeah, Dunlop's another one.
Dunlop, great answer. Thinking your tyre manufacturers, boys.
Apart from the one that you're saying we're never going to get, these are well known as well, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the rest of them are well known. One of them I've never heard of.
I'm going to be going down these ones.
Continental?
Yeah. That's
Continental, correct.
Oh,
Continental,
wow.
well
Really?
done. Yep,
Yeah.
Continental.
I was going to
In
say
a couple of the seasons when there were 2 manufacturers, they ran off 2 tyres. So yeah, Continental is one.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
States now. Who sponsored the Champions League, Paul? Let's think about that one. Football-wise, because there's always a tyre manufacturer, isn't there? It is
You've got
Continental.
3 left, and
Continental.
there is one of them you are never going to get. I'll be surprised if anyone gets it. And in fact, I'm not going to give you the last one. I want to see if any of the members know it without Googling.
I'm pretty stuck at that. I think that's.
There's going to be one where you're going to say it, and I'm going to go.
I'll give you the other two. I'll give you the other two.
Yeah.
Avon.
Oh no!
And I'm sorry,
Seen
guys.
them on
I don't know you didn't get.
replicas.
I'm sorry. I don't know you didn't get this one. Goodyear.
Oh God! That's
no!
I knew there was one.
No, Avon. The reason I know that is because of Goodwood Festival. They have Avon ties on the tills and stuff like that.
Someone's just put Nex in there. Good guess, but you're wrong. There is one more. You're never going to get it unless you Google it. Trust me. I've never heard, and I've worked with tyres. Never heard of them. But anyway, moving on. It's still 0-0. Question number 3 to Andy. Silverstone is widely regarded as the home of Formula 1 for the British Grand Prix. However, we all love a bit of Brands Hatch, also another iconic track. When did the last Grand Prix happen at Brands Hatch? Was it 1984, 1985, or 1986?
So that would have been the European Grand Prix back then. I'm going to say 85. I think I'm wrong. I'm going to say 85. Still on the
85?
Yeah, 85.
Your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
You're wrong, Paul.
It's 86, isn't it?
I would say I was going to go with 84.
It is 86, Andy.
Yeah,
it is 86.
I was going to change it.
86.
Wasn't it the one with Johnny Herbert did his leg? Didn't Johnny Herbert do his leg in that one?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it is 86 was the last time.
Yeah,
the last time.
Okay.
They didn't race there many times.
Okay. Well, we're doing well so far. It's 0-0.
Yeah, well good.
We'll be going into the second half very soon.
At least people don't know we're cheating because
you're definitely not cheating. I'll give them that. There's no googling going on here, boys. Right, following on from that, then, Paul.
God,
talking about Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
How many times did it host the Grand Prix? 10, 12, or 14?
I'm going to go with this shot in the dark. I'm going to go with down the middle at 12.
Boom. We have 1 point on the board.
Is it?
It was 12 times. That's all. 12 times.
It was never the British Grand Prix, though, was it?
It did host the British Grand Prix, I think, but it was mainly European. I think it did host a British Grand Prix at some stage. Yeah, 12 is correct. 12 is correct. Right, so this is your last question for this round. But it's worth 2 points.
Oh.
So you get a point for each. Andy, Max Verstappen, current Red Bull driver, possible future world champion. First part of the question, what number car did he drive? Second part of the question is, and why did he choose that number?
33. Is that correct?
33 is correct. 33 is correct.
I want to say.
Why did he choose that number?
I think it's a cocky answer as well. I want to say it's one of the only ones that was left that he could choose from, but that's wrong because there's loads of numbers you could. Because Giovinazzi is 99. It's his kart number. It's something to do with his dad was free. Yeah, his dad was free, so he chose 33, second generation. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, you're almost right with the first bit.
Oh!
The number
Who's the only ones left?
No. The number 3 car had been taken. 3 is Max Verstappen's favourite number. So because it had been taken, he just put another 3 on it and chose 33. Simple as that. 3 had already gone. You get 1 point for guessing 33. So at the minute, you are
many numbers.
1. Paul, following on from that question.
I'm shite with numbers, so.
Right, Paul, following on from that one then. Your mate, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
What number car is he and why?
44.
That is correct.
I'm Why is he number 44?
Why is he number 44?
See, I'm going to go with the karting thing. I'm going to go with that's the number he was when he was in karting.
I'm going to say that's correct as well.
I'm going to give you that. It is his first go-kart, which was bought by his dad, and it was number 44. So I'm going to give you that.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I'm going to give you that. So at the end of that round, guys, the scores and the doors is Lando Fanboy, Sheba 1, Don't Diss Hamilton, Holmes 2. All to play for. All to play for.
That, mate. That's sticking. That is sticking.
Thought you'd like that. one.
That is
Can't
sticking.
say a word against him. Can't say nothing against him. Okay, so round number 2, guys. Round number 2. This is going to be a quick fire round. So it's going to be very, very going on. You've got 5 seconds, and I want your answer. Okay?
Am I going first?
It's a bit of a general. Yeah, you're first again, Andy. It's going to stay in the same order. Okay, so your quick fire answer, your quick fire questions. Again, multiple choice. So listen to the question, and I've got you on the timer. If you don't give me an answer after I say no, you're out. Okay, so since the beginning of the Formula One, how many different drivers have won the World Championship? Is it 32, 33, or 34? Go.
33.
Wrong, it's 32.
Oh,
Paul.
Yeah.
why are you laughing? He laughs when he's nervous. He laughs when he's nervous. I know.
He does, doesn't he?
Does exactly what I do.
Out of those 32 drivers, how many of them have won it more than once? Is it 15, 16, or 17? Go.
15.
Correct.
Yes.
15 is correct. Well done. Very off the ball there, wasn't he there?
Oh, you're such a blagger. I'm going to be so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Such a blagger. False sense of security you put on.
So this is your last question in this quick fire round. There is 2 quick fire rounds. This one's only 2 questions. Andy, DRS was introduced in what year? 2011, 2012, or 2013? Go.
2011.
Correct.
Hey, well done.
Right, got a point.
Well, actually, you've got 2 more questions left, by the way. You've got another question after this. I do beg your pardon. I've just don't notice. My fault. Okay. Paul, your next question. We all love a bit of V10 action, the engine, the noise. What year did we hear that in F1 for the last time? 2003, 2004, or 2005? Go.
2005.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, you're coming good now, boys. You're coming good. Last question in this round.
Right, someone else playing for me.
Andy. Andy, last question for this round.
Yeah.
This year's Grand Prix in Azerbaijan, the Baku Grand Prix, was one of Paul's favourites, full of incidents.
Yeah.
One incident was Lance Stroll having his blowout. What lap was it? Was it 28, 30, or 32? Go.
30.
Correct.
Well done, mate.
Paul.
I was trying to think of safety car laps then as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Max Verstappen had the same problem. What lap? 46, 44, or 42?
46.
Correct.
Yes.
Now you're making me add up the points here, you know, aren't you? You're making me add up the points here, aren't you?
It's 52 laps, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
2. So Andy, you got 2 on that one, so that puts you on 3. And Paul, you got all yours correct. So that puts you on 3.
FYI for all Pirelli fans out there, it wasn't tyre failure from Pirelli because they ran over something.
No, we're not going into all that. So Paul, you are now on. Paul, you are now on 5. Andy, you got a bit of catching up to do. You're on 3. You're better in that round though. Okay. Round 3, boys. Are you ready? I'm going to be very disappointed now if you don't start getting answers right, because this is the McLaren round.
The McLaren
This
round.
was our
You both
actual
wanted it.
Yeah.
You both wanted it as your specialist subject. You've got it as a subject. Now in this
I'm gonna have to take
round,
your shirt off if I don't get this.
In this round, there's a couple of multiple choices. There's a couple not. Okay. I'm going to start you off nice and easy. Andy.
Lando Norris.
What car number is he? What car number is Lando Norris?
He's number 4.
Correct.
And I know why he's number 4.
I'm going to flip it over to you. I'll come back to you in a second, Andy. I'm going to flip it over to you. Danny Ricciardo's number.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh.
Shit.
I don't know. 6.
6?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Hang your head in shame. He took Max Verstappen's number. He's number 3.
Do you know what? Panicked.
That's what Honey Badger
you got pressures on. Andy, why is Lando Norris number 4, by the way?
So if you do it an L and an N, in between, there's a false gap.
Oh, clever.
Makes number 4.
I like that one. That's good.
I am the fanboy.
You are the fanboy, definitely. Okay, fanboy. So, Andy, who is the team principal of McLaren?
Zach Brown.
Wrong.
Oh, no, yes, you forgot. Oh, no, that's the owner.
You're wrong.
Yeah, it's the owner.
Can I just make a point about this? That when I chose McLaren as my favourite subject, mine was historical.
There are some historical questions in here.
Good.
Right. Calm down. Paul, who is the CEO of McLaren?
Is that Zach Brown?
CEO. Correct. Andy jumped the gun there, mate. The team principal is Andreas Seidel, or however you pronounce it. Seidel. He's the principal. You jumped the gun there. You jumped the gun. Not to worry. Okie dokie. Andy, back to you. McLaren's headquarters are where in the UK? Whereabouts is the UK headquarters of McLaren?
Woking.
Correct.
Yeah.
Paul, what decade, not what year, what decade were McLaren formed?
The 70s.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
60s.
60s. 1963. 1963, guys.
Sorry.
Okay. Right. Next question for you, Andy. McLaren and Marlboro go hand in hand. Always have done. They are the longest sponsorship deal in F1 history. How many years were they the sponsor? Was it 23, 21, or 19?
I went to Ferrari after that. 23?
Correct.
It kind of hint with the longest there.
Well, yeah, the longest.
No, in history. Because
in history, yeah.
Crossed over, didn't
All right,
they?
then, Paul. Your next question, then, should be straightforward. It's not multiple choice for you, unfortunately. I couldn't do more multiple choice. But I'm just simply, who supplied or what motor company supplied the first engines to McLaren?
Oh, God.
I'll give you a bit of time to advise. Give you a bit of time to think. What motor company? What motor company? Who supplied the first engines to him?
Has he got multiple choice?
No.
I had multiple choice on mine.
Okay, I can give you multiple choice then.
No.
Was it Ferrari? Was it Ford? Or was it Honda?
I'll go with Honda.
I'm going to say Ford.
Yeah, I probably should have gone with Ford, but
I think it's Ford.
It is Ford.
I just once. Yeah.
Is this first in
multiple choice down?
What?
There we go.
Is this McLaren first in F1? Because obviously they didn't compete in F1 straight away.
That's the first people who, in F1 who supplied an engine was Ford.
Jesus.
Your last question on this round. McLaren How many drivers, Andy, have won the championship for McLaren? Is it 10, 11, or 12?
11.
Final answer?
Yeah, it's going to be 10.
It's not. It's the other way. It's 12.
Oh.
It's not like the chase this, never go down the middle. Okay, Paul, along the similar veins then, how many constructors' championships have they won? Is it 8, 9, or 10?
I'm going to go with 9.
Final answer?
10.
Yeah.
I think that's 10.
It's 8. It's the other one again, boys. So that is the end of that round. Let me add up who got what right.
A terrible round.
Andy got
they've
one,
had a fair few in our time, haven't they?
3 right. You got 3 right in that round, Andy. And Paul, you got you got 1 right.
Yeah.
So it is now.
Kimmy won it from McLaren, didn't it?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Scores on the doors as we move into round 4, guys. 6-6. Ooh, he's pulled it back. He's pulled it back. 6-6. So now we're going to move on to another quick fire round. And why it's a quick fire round, and whilst I'm hosting it, it's all about these boys here, Ferrari. 2 questions, quick fire, 5 seconds again. Here we go. Andy, how many podiums have Ferrari achieved? 767, 771, or 775?
771.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, Jesus.
Paul, how many pole positions have they achieved? Is it 220, 225, or 230? Go.
What's the first one?
220, 25, 30.
225.
Go.
225.
230.
Oh.
Okay. Andy.
Yeah.
How many times have Ferrari won the Constructors' Championship? 15, 16, or 17? Go.
16.
Correct. And Paul, bet you can't guess where this is going, can you? How many drivers' championships have they got? How many drivers' championships have they got? 11, 13, or 15?
I'll go 15.
Correct.
Yeah.
Still the most successful team
we can give you
in
7.
Formula 1 history.
Yeah.
So, Andy, you get 2. Paul, you get 1. Moving into the final round, and it's all to play for. 8-7 to Andy Sheba. The fanboy's doing well. Now then, round 5, guys. Round 5. Your chosen specialist subjects. Paul, you pick the 90s.
Yeah.
Andy, you pick the noughties, the zeros.
Can Paul go first?
No. Andy, go first.
You carrying on first as it goes.
He's got an easier chance because I've got such a good memory, so I've got to go back an extra 10 years.
No, these are not. These are not multiple choice.
Remember,
these are not multiple choice, guys. So I am going to give you. Looking at the time we've been on air, I am going to give you longer to think about these. In the interest of fairness, I want your final answer as and when you are ready.
You must look at the screen at all times.
Yes, hands where we can see them. None of this. Don't want to see no glowing in anyone like
hands
that.
On faces, yeah.
Right, Andy. As you were going first, you're going for the noughties. So, what I want to know is, what was the first Formula 1 race? Where was it staged? The country, not the track, of the decade. So the first Grand Prix of the noughties was based where?
Australia.
Final answer?
Yeah, but it's going to be freaking wrong.
It is going to be wrong.
It is going to be wrong. But I say
Final
Australia.
answer?
Yeah.
It's Australia.
Sorry. I was going to say, I actually have I remember the F1 game. I'm like, that was on the calendar.
Well done. Well done. It is Australia.
I was joking. I was taking the mic. That's
It's always
Paul.
been there, isn't it?
yeah. It's always pretty
Paul
much.
in the noughties then.
Okay.
Or the 90s. Beg your pardon. Same thing. Where was the first race of the 90s held?
Oh, for goodness sake!
Not Australia.
I'm going to go only because I know this from my knowledge. Hopefully, it's right. It might be out of is Brazil
Ooh, that's not a bad shout.
because they flipped it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
USA.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It
was
was
it
USA.
Oh,
Was it Detroit?
First race.
Was it
Vegas?
Detroit?
First.
No, Vegas.
I don't know where. I just got down USA. I don't know what track, but yeah, USA.
Vegas.
That was such a hard. Actually, I knew Australia's been Australia's been the number one like for the last 25 years, Martin. That's like.
Yeah,
it
you
makes
pick,
you think, though, innit? When
you
he
pick
asked
A
that question,
or
I was
B.
like,
You win the toss. You pick A or B. You could have had it.
No, I couldn't. This is his specialist.
No, he's only specialist. He did well on that. Oh no, this is specialist.
No,
I beg your pardon.
yeah.
This is specialist. All right then.
This is my other specialist.
Question number 2. The last race of the decade that Andy would be held were. So 2009, the last race of the decade was held were.
Oh, crap. When did that race come in? No, I'm going to say Sao Paulo, Brazil. Still.
Is that because I said they flipped it?
No. Not my final answer. Not my final answer. Lewis won it in 2008. Jensen followed. Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
That's not a country, though, is it? Is that the United Arab Emirates? Abu Dhabi.
I got Abu Dhabi. You're having Abu Dhabi. Correct.
Oh, these are so easy.
Correct.
No, because I was going to say Sao Paulo. I was trying to think when Lewis won it.
No.
Paul's now
always
wishing he
Abu Dhabi.
didn't. Paul's now wishing he didn't pick the 90s. Okay,
Well, I
Paul.
thought they
so
might be
the
a bit
90s
more sort of varied.
I told you both could be very similar. So in the 1999 season, where was the last Grand Prix of the decade held then?
So I'm going to go with Brazil because hopefully by that point it was the last one.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's Brazil.
Japan.
Japan. Oh, I nearly said Japan.
Oh, no!
I nearly said it. I was that close. I was like,
Is that because of the monsoon? Switched it, didn't it?
I'm angry at myself.
Japan.
Oh, mate.
Nearly said
Okay.
it. That close.
I'm going to
Andy.
talk to the FIA about these. Stop swapping.
I'm done.
Andy, your third
Yeah.
question. 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel burst onto the scene in this decade. What year was it?
2003? Final answer.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It was actually 2007.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
Maybe not. 2007. Paul. The late, great Ayrton Senna unfortunately passed away in the Grand Prix in San Marino in 1994. But what lap did his crash happen?
This is
I'm going to
such
give.
a tough question.
I might give you a bit of a clue here. It was quite early on.
I know it's quite early on. I just
Give him multiple. Give him multiple
that's
questions.
such a
on
tough
that one.
question, man.
Do you want multiple choice on that one?
Yeah, give him multiple choice.
You happy with
on
that one? All right, I'm going to give you multiple choice on that one. Fair play, Andy. Was it lap 6, 7, or 8?
I'm going to go with lap 8.
So I've got 7 in my head for some reason.
It was lap 7.
No, well done, Andy.
He set his lap record on 6 and then died on 7.
Yeah, I knew it was. I thought it was a little bit. Yeah. I could tell you what year. I could tell you what track. I could tell you, but no, you went for the.
I went for something a little bit different.
That's why I said give him multiple choice on that.
Yeah, he's a bit tough.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So, Andy, your penultimate question. Another legend of the sport, Michael Schumacher, won his last title in this decade. But what year did he win it in?
He retired at Ferrari, didn't he? First time.
Yes, I know.
When did Lewis first win this year? Lewis won it 28. Came second 2007. 2004?
Well done.
Well done.
Great answer. 2004 is correct. Well done. Paul, Nigel Mansell won his one and only F1 championship in the 90s. What year?
$1993.
Final answer?
Yeah.
92.
What was that, Andy?
Is it 92?
Was that Andy?
I'm just trying to think because Mansell wasn't around in racing when I first started watching it, which was obviously Senna's year. 92, I'd say.
It's either 92 or 93, but
yeah. Because didn't he retired straight away? I'm sure
he walked out.
Yeah. I want to say 92 because I remember him. He went straight into Indy Den touring cars, didn't he?
1992 is the correct answer.
Yeah.
1990 is the correct answer. Okay, guys. So your last question is for you, Andy, first. So the 2005 US Grand Prix was controversial due to a tyre issue involving Michelin. Michelin. Okay. But how many teams started that race?
3. Jordan. I can name them. Jordan, Ferrari, Williams.
Well, you're going to get 1 point because that was the question and the answer was 3. It was Ferrari, Minardi and Jordan.
Oh, Minardi. What a shambolic race that was. I remember that. Honestly, I remember that. It's clear as day, that race as well. Because they did an outlap, didn't they, Paul? They did an outlap. And then they all just came in.
Went straight in, yeah.
So, Paul, your last
quickest
question.
money some land drivers have ever made.
Your last question of the quiz, I think you already know you're playing for pride. I'm not going to give the scores at the moment. Another legend of the sport, Alan Prost, also retired in the 90s. What year did he get his last win in Formula One?
Last win? So that was 1993, I think, that one.
Correct. It was 1993.
I didn't realise he was in F1. I thought something in my head was saying that he retired in the 80s.
The reason why I kind of had it that way is because Prost left Williams because Senna was coming. That's why he left, and he retired.
He went to Ferrari?
No, he retired. Right? No, he retired. He walked out the sport at 93.
So that's the end of the quiz, boys.
Right, yeah.
Andy, you have your redemption. Andy, Lando fanboy Norris has scored a respectable 12 out of 20. Paul, don't diss Hamilton. Holmes, get your homework done. You've scored a reasonable 8. Well done. Well done for both of you. This is the inaugural quiz. There can be a rematch. Incidentally, I did have a tiebreaker. I'm going to ask you for it. I'm going to ask you the question. Why not?
Okay, cool.
Oh, tell you what. How many points between us? 4 points, isn't there?
4 points for you, but he's done. You've won, Andy. You've won.
Paul, I'm prepared to do this.
Okay.
On this
So
tiebreaker
in a bit of a-
question, I'm not going to let you have the win, but I'll let you have 4 points. 4 points for a draw.
Okay,
If you
go
can
for it.
answer this one.
Oh,
Cool.
here we go then. So he has got a lot riding on it. And
I win the initial
Paul.
quiz, right? I still win the initial quiz. This is the constructor's
He wins, but it's a backhanded
championship.
win. This is
No.
right.
Go on.
Okay
Yeah,
then.
you can draw
Okay then. Let's go for it. So it's going to be a closest to it. That's all it is. So my favourite driver of all time, an absolute legend, Ayrton Senna. How many pole positions did he get in his career?
Oh Jesus!
Andy, while you won the quiz, want your answer first?
Because Lewis did it. Didn't he? In Canada and got Senna's helmet. He broke the pole positions. There's not multiple choice on this. No.
It's closest
You're
to.
going to ask us.
Closest to.
I want to say
125. 125.
Yeah, because Lewis. No. I didn't say final answer.
I'll just give you a
Didn't say
clue
final
there.
answer.
Lewis Hamilton's just got 100 and he holds the record, so it's not 125.
Yeah, I wasn't going.
I didn't hear that.
125.
I didn't hear that.
How many pole positions has he
I'm
got?
trying to think when Canada was. I'm just trying to think when Canada was because he broke his record.
This is Ayrton Senna we're talking about, not Lewis Hamilton. 82.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Final
Okay,
answer.
Paul, how many?
82.
I'm going to go for 87.
You're going for 87.
If you went 88,
The actual answer, believe it or not, is just 65.
Wow.
Andy, you were the closest.
Well done.
65 pole positions. That's all
They
we
got
got.
more
Yeah,
than that.
do you remember? Yeah, but this is what I mean. Lewis broke that record at Canada,
Yeah.
and that wasn't that long ago.
You only got 65 poles. That's it.
Jesus,
Wow.
he's just got 100 quite quickly then.
Jesus.
Hell.
Now, the one question you are all missing is that tyre manufacturer. I bet you don't know who it is.
You said Avon.
No, there's one more you missed. Shall I give you a big clue?
Well done.
It's a famous singer from Leicester.
Kasabian. I don't joke.
Engelbert?
Correct.
No way.
Engelbert.
No, I was like,
Personally,
have we got
I have
any-
never
have we got
heard of the
any more?
tyre manufacturer Engelbert. Well, apparently there was one. Way
Did he
back when they
sponsor
had
that?
when
That's
they
gotta
had
be a
two.
sponsor tyre.
I think in some seasons, I think they actually had 3 manufacturers, or they could just change them.
I was going to say.
Engelbert as well.
I was going to say, what's his name? Mark Morrison.
Mark, sponsored by Morrison's Tyres.
Return of the Mac.
So
Return of the
that's
Mac.
it
They'll
then,
be coming back
guys.
to the garage
That's
near you.
it. That is the inaugural quiz done. Andy has his retribution. He has the bragging rights. And boy, are we going to hear about it.
So Andy knows more about F1. I know more about football.
By 1 point.
I still know more.
1 point. How many
So
points?
if you're up
points.
for a rematch, guys, we can do a rematch again in a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
I can make the questions more difficult or a lot easier for you, Paul.
I think you need to make my 90s one more relevant.
You chose the 90s. You could have chose anything you wanted.
What has
Well
been?
done, guys.
No. Tell you what.
Hope you all got on all right at home with that. If anyone played at home, being honest, how many questions did you get right?
Yeah.
If anyone played at home, I'd like to know that.
Pick a decade, Paul, and we'll do touring cars. We'll pick a decade and we'll do touring cars. Now let's put his homework to the test.
Because he's put some homework in for that.
Do you know how long it took me to get this quiz going? Trawling through things thinking these are quite easy.
Oh.
But well done, guys. The inaugural quiz is done.
I
hope everybody enjoyed it. A little bit of fun.
Put it out to the members. We'll do it to the members. If the members want to take either me or Paul on, we'll put a thing out. Challenges, come and take
Challenge
this.
him, Andy. Andy's your
F1
current
program.
lead. If you want to challenge Andy, Bring it on.
If you want to challenge Paul, challenge Paul.
Challenge Andy.
If you want to challenge the host, challenge
Yeah,
moderator Martin.
We'll do some specialist Ferrari questions, like, I don't know, I'll make some other kind of.
What was the inch of the nut that they used on the 1994 car?
What was the torque on the what was the Newton meters when they tightened it up?
What was the name of the smallest sponsor on the helmet of Michael Schumacher?
Dead small.
Well, you see, I didn't go to. I give you a lot of multiple choice. I'm trying to be fair here, guys. I'm trying to be fair.
Well done,
really
mate.
appreciate. No, I really appreciate the effort. Really appreciate
guys.
If anyone wants to get anything in, obviously, Martin, you can talk a little bit about obviously what you're involved. Obviously, put that in as a little bit. Obviously, want to try.
If anyone wants to jump over and watch another page what I'm admin of called the Gaffer's Gaff, we do have live shows going out every Tuesday. Although next week we do have a Paralympic special by one of our admins who is disabled, Danny Higgins. He knows a lot about the Paralympics. He is an athletics guy himself, boxing, wheelchair, basketball. He's the man. It is going out on Monday next week, I believe, not Tuesday. So, if you want to join in and have a look at that, please do. Jump onto our page for comments about whatever sport you like, really. And obviously, keep watching these two guys. They have the racing line. Formula One's coming back on again in a couple of weeks' time. They'll be back to, I'm sure, back to business with lots and lots to discuss. So, thanks everyone for watching.
Obviously, myself and Paul, we're part of another page. Which, if you're into your football or if you're from other countries, soccer, come and join the Armchair Pundits. Obviously, join the Gaffer's Gaff as well. But me and Paul are part of the Armchair Pundits. You're more than welcome. We'll put all links out tonight on the racing line. If you're interested, please click the link and give everybody a like and a share. We've all got YouTube channels. Obviously, subscribe to them. Paul, you got anything to say as well?
Just down below, I've just stuck it on there. Please subscribe to our channels. Lots of video content on there. Previous races, we talked about some gaps on there. And then that's about it, really. Just thank you for everyone who's watched, and we will speak to you soon.
Shall we do the shout out to the members? And
go for it then. Actually. Go for it.
We finally got past 800 members. We're really, really appreciative of this on our group. We do this for all of you. On our page as well, we've hit 2.2k followers and page likes. Again, this is absolutely amazing. 60 subscribers on our YouTube. Honestly, guys, the support is overwhelming. I'm sure Martin will reiterate that with the Gaffer's Gaff. The support for all of this. We do this for you. I know it's a bit of a release for us, but thank you to absolutely everybody that's supported us on our journey. We've only been going 6 months as well on the racing line. Gaffer's Gaff's only been going, a few months?
About a month that's been going, it's all going.
The Armchair Pundits.
Across 4 pages.
Armchair Pundits is fast approaching.
Just over
nearly 2 years, isn't it? Nearly 2 years. Nearly 2 years. Wow. Come next year, literally at the back start of next year, 2 years. So thank you to everybody. Honestly, thank you. The support is overwhelming. We absolutely enjoy it, and we don't mind making tits out of ourselves as well.
Like I've done tonight.
Don't worry, Paul. We're not going to mention it.
No, not at all. Right. We'll speak to you soon, guys. Thank you very much for a great night, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Take care.